Grew up in Kenosha, Wisconsin. My mother, older brothers and sister, and I did throw in my younger brother too. I gotta get the whole family in because they all impacted me in some way or another. My parents were divorced when I was 2, and it was nice to have some local guys in the community helping out with family and stuff. Doc Vic Aiello helped me, learn my two-handed set shot, and Joe Andrea helped me out with baseball. And as far as sports go, when it comes to baseball in the 1960s growing up, late 60s, Glenn Beckert was my idol at second base. Not a big home run hitter, but a guy that showed up and put bat on ball quite a bit and struck out less than 30 times and 600 at bats, and I just liked the way he played the game. And then, as far as big time guys, Lou Gehrig and Joe DiMaggio would be up there. And it's not just because they're Italian, the numbers are pretty good, but growing up in Kenosha, you wanted to pick an Italian,
For your own safety?
Yeah, especially for the people I work for, but it's all good. Growing up, I was fortunate to be in the era where you pretty much lived the Sandlot movie. It was a great day in the summer, being 4 blocks away from Holy Rosary School, where we went to for our education in the early years, and get over to the park and pick sides and have at it. It was just great.
It was my first glove that I played with, and you can tell this is some good stuff right here. I mean, this is some fine leather.
He is one of the greatest people and educators that I've been around. He is, what I think really is really, everybody, when you think of Sam, I always think of, jokes and, and that, but he's such a sensitive guy too, and he's got such a caring side to him, and how he, just helps, students out and former students out. I mean, he's, one of the nicest people you're ever going to meet.
I think one of the big things that I learned from Sam was to be comfortable with who I am. He was always very comfortable in his own skin. It was never a facade in front of the kids, and the kids knew that.
If there's a piercing or a tattoo, you are who you are, and I take you as you are, and my mission wasn't to necessarily change you and mold you into a Sam Loizzo figurine. God forbid, the district would have fired me a long time ago.
Well, I think a guy who is able to coach and coach swim and who doesn't know how to swim, he gave me the confidence to teach things that maybe I didn't quite do as well as I'd hoped. So
I always laugh still at the names of all the people from Kenosha, the Italian names that he would throw out there.
Paul Polera or Rocky Gervais.
You were thinking you were watching Goodfellas or The Godfather.
Volpe Zungalowicz, Frankie Beltrano, whoever.
How he basically works with kids and plays with kids and gets them to do things that I don't even know they think they can do in a classroom. But he is a master teacher, and how he communicates with both adults and with his students is something to see.
I think one of the greatest little things that I've ever gotten as a teacher is something over there on the desk from Congressman Paul Ryan, where he singled me out on the House floor during National Education Week, and basically said that I was a guy that impacted his life.
I had him for 11th grade AP political science, and I would simply say that Sam's political views and the way he expressed them is really what made me the conservative Republican that I am today.
I told him then, and I'll tell him again, this really meant a lot to me and means a lot to me. Talking about influencing him, definitely not on anything with the budget or anything like that, but no.
In all seriousness, Sam was a good friend. He was a mentor, a friend, and a teacher. Obviously, I had an interest in politics, and our views did clash, but he was so nice about how we did that.
Well, I was in a building that had some outstanding teachers, and I still would put up our social studies department against anyone in the state at any given time. You could have made a sitcom out of our lunch in our social studies office. You got characters like Mike Miller, who I bounced into a wall. I belly bumped him into a wall because he said something that just wasn't right with me, and he remembers it. I think I scared him, and there's some moments that I just can't share with the public, Tony.
You know how to swim yet?
No, I'm still afraid of water. I coach with Wes Mayer, and a few other people, a total of about 20 seasons. It was just a great experience. I mean, I look at the brotherhood that you have with swim coaches. It's so unique. I mean, I coach girls softball, and what a difference. I think the Facebook thing was fantastic because I got in right before my good friend Wes passed away, and you know, to be able to send out information to former swimmers, say, hey, coach has got a birthday coming up, and they sent out, it wasn't like, you know, hey, he's really hurting and he's not going to be around long, and to see the outpouring of these kids and the comments they made, and you know, how we influenced their life, it was good. So I like it.
Tommy Seaver, Nolan Ryan, Jackie Robinson, Lou Gehrig, Yogi Berra, and Mickey Mantle, Sandy Alomar Jr. No drugs, no alcohol, no liquor to really speak of, unless we have the relatives over, mostly Laura's side. No offense, people. But the beauty is it's reality. I mean, there wasn't booze in our house. I never acquired the taste. So, so this is what I got instead, and you know, I don't have to take the aluminum back. You know, I don't have to worry about a bad needle. So, anyway. This is a limited edition print of the '61 Yankees, done again by Ron Lewis. And Bill Henderson took me out to that show, and it was just awesome to meet all these guys and then to literally play craps with Yogi Berra and Mickey Mantle and Whitey Ford. I have my cronies from the table where we used to sit back in the lounge, like Eugene DeRubis and his group of friends, Gary Cron and Bill O'Leary and people like that. Kind of off the wall autographs. I've got Senator Strom Thurmond up there, Oprah Winfrey, George Bush. Is a Dream Team ball from 1992 with all the pros on it. The only one that is not on there is Christian Laettner, which in my mind, I have no problem with that. My daughter once pulled out one of a baseball out of a wrapper and signed it for me when she was about 6 years old. So I have a Jessica ball. She was worried about what Dad was going to do if it would have been a good ball. I'm just glad she didn't sign the DiMaggio ball, you know.
Sam is a lot of things to a lot of people, but he is #1 to Peter and Jessica, and they are #1 to him. He just has blossomed as a father from day one, and no one could ever fault him on his fathering skills. He has just far surpassed what I ever even would have imagined him to be able to do, and I think that he appreciates being a father more than anything else in his life.
He got a chance to play 3 years. Unfortunately, he had bad shoulder the last 2, but still worth every penny when he got a big W against Whitewater down in Florida. I have over 20,000 pictures of St. Olaf baseball. So games that I went to, and that's why I retired as early as I did, because I wanted to go. And I didn't want to say, I'm sick or I'm, you know. So I took off, you know, 2 years early. My mom is, God bless her, she's going to be 95 in April. I wanted to be there, you know, so people say, well, you're going to lose out on money. And I'm like, oh, wow, that'll hurt, you know. One of my favorite pictures that I've ever taken is behind you over there. It's Grandma Lou, my mom, with my nephew's son, who's named Samuel Frederick, named after me, and my brother Fred, who passed away, with a ball. Man, this is like Barbara. So anyway, Pete pitches a great game against Eau Claire. He got the game ball. Well, he gave it to, you know, my ma, which I thought, what a kid. Hopefully he does something he likes or loves, you know, which to me, that's what it's all about. Jessica is our daughter, and she's pretty jacked up that she started at Minnesota also. And you probably hate that I'm gonna say it, but she was somewhat homesick. Now, next semester, in a few days, she'll be leaving for Italy and doing a semester abroad program. She has really, you know, done a job. She's got her little checklist of things she wants to do, and one of the coolest things that she's ever done was, well, 2 years ago when Rock, Roll, and Run took off, where you did the half-mile swim in the Rock River. No thanks, for a variety of reasons. And then a 14-mile bike ride and a 3.1-mile finish for the run. She's like, Dad, I'm thinking of entering it. I'm like, okay, you know, it was great. So I got pictures of my daughter in this event. All right, well, the L Train, AKA Laura, my wife, thank God she's around. She's one that grounded me also. I met her back in March 30th of 1986 down in Orlando, of all places.
His first thing that he did was call me a name. And people who know Sam know that he likes to make up nicknames for people. And my first nickname was Transformer. I won't go into why, but we had a good, fun card game. And I got to know him on that trip. It's been almost 23 years now, so. Laura,
you know, love of my life, definitely has helped me mature, if that's possible. And, you know, she makes it all happen.
Besides being humorous, he's very sensitive and a feeling person. So all of those traits together make Sam, you know, the man I married and the man I love.
No, he's just, I mean, he's just a wonderful person.
And I would just simply say to Sam, thanks for being so encouraging, so inspiring.
If you need him, he is there for you.
He's just a great guy.
Living a charmed life, Tony.